G5 Jeff TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video. Support your boy. Support good content at all times. Now, I'm not going to lie. I did not think it was going to be made. I did not think it was going to happen. But they shut G5 Jeff TV the hell up, and they made the fight. Vasyl Lomachenko versus Jorge Linares, May 12, 2018. New York City, Madison Square Garden. This is a great time for boxing. This is a great time for boxing. Now, I had a preconceived notion of how I was going to feel if this fight was going to happen. And I thought I was going to just be excited about just the fight in general and how it was going to play out. And I was going to start breaking down tape, put the lab coat on, you know, do some homework on both guys. And that wasn't my first thought. Like, that wasn't my first thought at all. Like, my first thought was, damn, like, Bob Arum and Top Rank actually worked with Golden Boy and Oscar De La Hoya. And there was no pay-per-view involved. There was no huge money involved. And they wasn't forced to negotiate with each other due to, like, a champion and a mandatory, like a purse bid situation. So that was the first thing that I thought about when I found out this fight was announced. And that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing because, you know, Bob Arum and Top Rank is king of the in-house fights. And from a business standpoint, we all get it. We all understand that. You want to keep your money all in one pot and keep as little hands as possible inside of the pot. We get it. But the fact that they made this fight, it says a lot and is promising for the future of boxing, because this was one of those types of fights they didn't have to. Like, they just didn't have to. You know, Bob Arum and Top Rank could have went after Ray Beltran and went after his title, and they could have just took a belt from Ray Beltran, and you could argue that that's a cherry-pick fight for Vasyl Lomachenko, and that's no disrespect towards Ray Beltran because he's a good fighter. That just goes to show how good Vasyl Lomachenko is. And for the people that watched the last Ray Beltran fight, there were some people that thought he actually lost that fight, and I thought that he lost that fight. I thought he got a gift decision, and I love Ray Beltran, and I thought he got a gift decision in that fight. No doubt about it. So they could have easily went that route. So the fact that they went and seeked out Golden Boy and Oscar De La Hoya to fight one of the top offensive fighters in the world and Jorge Linares, that says a lot about Top Rank, Bob Arum, Vasyl Lomachenko, and how confident they are in their guy. And I like this. I really like this because Golden Boy, they could have went a different route with Jorge Linares as well. They could have just did another fight on ESPN against a guy that's not that well known, just to kind of start to raise the profile of Jorge Linares. But they chose to go after the money fight, after the big guy, you know, that's now in the 135-pound division. So both promotional companies, both fighters really showing extreme confidence that they can get out here and get the job done. And that's a beautiful thing. But to get off of the political part and actually get to the fight, this is a beautiful fight. This is a beautiful fight for the hardcore fans. This is one of the best matchups you can possibly make in boxing right now. Vasyl Lomachenko coming up from 130 to 135, going right after one of the champions is a great thing. And it just shows the boldness of Vasyl Lomachenko, because I've always said this on the channel that anybody that jumps weight divisions that's highly touted, jumping weight divisions is not an easy thing. It's not a situation where it's an automatic. You're what you did in the previous division, you're going to do in the next division up. And I'm a proponent of guys actually taking a tune-up fight or a fill-out fight at the new weight class just to see how they adapt to the weight. But when you're dealing with somebody like Vasyl Lomachenko and they're just jumping right in to get to a championship fight in their first fight in a division, that says a lot. That shows a lot of heart, a lot of character, a lot of confidence. And Terrence Crawford is doing the same thing with Jeff Horn. If it was up to me, I would give Terrence Crawford a tune-up fight at 147. But him being the great fighter that he is, he's jumping right into the fire, going right into the kitchen, and he's looking to become a champion right now. So it just shows how confident these guys are as fighters, and it's a beautiful thing to see. Now, with Vasyl Lomachenko going up to 135, I think this is the weight that he should stay at. I think this is the weight that he should really make his career, make his history, make his mark, because the opponents are there for him to do so. And this is going to be a true test for Vasyl Lomachenko, and I'm not going to get too in detail with the fight and breaking it down technically, but just from an overall standpoint, Vasyl Lomachenko was facing the bigger guy and Jorge Linares. Jorge Linares has been fighting at 135 for a while, and Vasyl Lomachenko, I would say for the first time, is fighting somebody that's bigger than him and a guy that offensively is one of the more gifted fighters in the sport. Offensively, he is extremely gifted offensively. If you had to craft a fighter offensively, you would take a lot of the tools that Jorge Linares has in his toolbox and apply it to your fighter that you're trying to create offensively. That's how good of an offensive fighter Jorge Linares is. He can jab, he can counterpunch, he can fight off the back foot, he can walk forward. It's a lot of different things that Jorge Linares can do inside of that ring. And this is going to be a true chess match, high-speed chess match. And the one thing about Jorge Linares that I like, and this is the reason why I love this fight, if things get a little tough for Jorge Linares in there, he's not going to get discouraged. And he's going to continue to fight, and he's going to lean on his offensive skills and his offensive ability. This, from a hardcore fan standpoint, this could be a fight of the year type fight. And I don't like, you can have fight of the years and it's just two guys just brawling, just hitting each other with big shots, and there's no defensive responsibility shown by either fighter. And the fact that it's an all-out war is the reason why it's a fight of the year candidate. But this could be a fight of the year candidate strictly because the level of skill that's going to be displayed between these two guys is going to be amazing. And we thought we was going to get that with Lomachenko and Guillermo Rigondeaux, but the size difference was so apparent. And the fact that Guillermo Rigondeaux just, I mean, he just dropped the ball, man. I mean, he just flopped in that fight, man. Like, he flopped in that fight. I mean, he was the hardcore fans' favorite. He was the guy that the hardcore fans was really rooting for when he got the shot against Vasyl Lomachenko, because everybody was ducking Guillermo Rigondeaux. The fact that all that hype went with him and he's so gifted that he went in that fight and completely flopped and then quit on top of that, we didn't get what we were supposed to get with that fight with Vasyl Lomachenko and Guillermo Rigondeaux. So hopefully Jorge Linares, Vasyl Lomachenko would offer the technical expertise, the technical masterpiece that we should see between two master chess players inside of the ring at 135 pounds. And I'm going to switch back to the political landscape. Not only does this fight put Top Rank and Golden Boy together, Bob Arum and Oscar De La Hoya together, But we also have a fight in the works between Jojo Diaz and Gary Russell Jr. And that would put Golden Boy Oscar De La Hoya and Al Heyman PBC together. And if they can make that fight happen, those are two premier fights where there are co-promotions all the way around against the three top promotional companies in the world: PBC, Al Heyman, Golden Boy Oscar De La Hoya, and Top Rank and Bob Arum. And the thing that's crazy about those three promotional companies, they all would benefit from working with each other in a sense, because PBC has the roster, but they don't necessarily have the superstars. Golden Boy has the cash cow, and they're primarily working with another guy that's highly touted in the sport in Triple G. And like I said, Golden Boy's been controlling Triple G's moves for the past year and some change. They've been controlling all of his moves. And Golden Boy has some young stars in the making. And then Top Rank has two premier guys in Vasyl Lomachenko and Terrence Crawford. And then I gotta count him in. He's not retiring like I would like him to, but he's still fighting, and that's Manny Pacquiao. When you put him up against the right guy, he can also still be a cash cow type guy, where you match him up against the right person, and with them still being in the pay-per-view business, they could match up some fights against some PBC guys and definitely get 500, 600,000 buys if he goes up against certain guys. So this is very promising. This Vasyl Lomachenko Jorge Linares fight is promising because we could possibly have a breakthrough. It's wishful thinking, don't get me wrong, it's wishful thinking, but we could possibly have a political landscape breakthrough where all three of these promotional companies, on occasion, I'm not asking for them to work with each other all the time, on occasion might be able to make some key matchups that's going to be great for boxing, great for the boxing fans, great for the boxing networks. So this is a great day in boxing, and we're just hoping that this leads to bigger, better fights and more frequent fights where there are co-promotions going on. Y'all let me know what y'all think of the Vasyl Lomachenko Jorge Linares announcement. It's G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video. Support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.